Good morning, everyone. I would like to continue our class today, and we are talking about the fusion welding or lash fusion. Uh, as what we can see in the PPT, the fusion welding is the one of the method in welding, which is the connect between two of metal. Yeah, and like uh, in screen you can see here, which is both two of welding. They try to connect, to join, and then by the fusion of the metal itself and the electrode. Okay, and then this is the definition of fusion welding, which is how to join, yeah, joining two metal, uh, and the process of joining this both two metal, which is there is so many method here. The first is welding, the second is brazing, the third is soldering, and the fourth is adhesive bonding, and the fifth is mechanical fastening. And for joining processes, you can see this table here. This is SMAW or sealed metal arc welding. The second is cast metal arc welding. The third is flux core arc welding. And the fourth is cast tungsten arc welding. Tungsten is the name of the gas. And the second is other welding, stir welding. This is derived from, and the heat derived from the rotary of the metal, and all kind of welding, yeah, here can produce the heat input, and then uh, the metal will be molded, and the resistant welding by the electricity, explosion welding by explosion, cold welding like rolling, yes, and then fastening and bonding. Here there's adhesive bonding, and they use some kind of adhesive here, and bolted connection. This is bolt, we use bolt, and with soldering, we use solder, and brazing here. Okay, and then about the fashion welding, we can see in the picture in the left, which is two kind of metal. They join together, and the process is fusion. So the metal is get the heat input and to be molded. And some of this kind of welding using the filler metal, yeah, or some of this type of the welding without the filler metal. But the quality of the welding is depend on the welder itself and the condition of the welding. Okay. So the next is, okay, this is the fashion of this. Okay. The next is the table. General characteristic of fashion welding processes. And we can see here the joining process like SMAW, submerged all, gas metal art, and so on. And this is kind of the characteristic of the welding itself, yeah, like current type as AC, alternating current, or direct current. And this is cost of the equipment. which is the lows. The lows is SMAW, yeah, shielded metal art. This is the common welding in Indonesia, maybe in Malaysia as well, because of the instrumentation of this kind of the welding is the lowest one, the cheapest one. They just need some electric source. Okay. The second is oxy full gas welding. We can see here the process of the welding. They're using fuel gas. Okay. And they mix with oxygen and just for producing the flame as a heat input. Yeah. Like here, we can see there is two kind of regulation, the pressure here, and this is the torch, and this is pressure gauge, cylinder content capacity, and we can measure, we can control, yeah, control the volume of the gas here, and between the oxygen and acetylene, and then we can what's it give the flare here. Then they will be give some heat just for make it as a welding. So the kind of the gas is acetylene fuel. So because of they mix with oxygen, so people call it with oxyacetylene welding, or in Indonesia we call kelas karbit. And then this is yeah, it's quite cheap, yeah, not expensive, and we can use this for any kind of repair, for metal repair, yeah, metal welding. Actually, for uh, automotive manufacturing and relating with the machinery and other kind of machine. Oxyacetylene flame types. Okay, when we are practicing in this kind of the welding, we can see the dimension dimension of the flame itself. We can what's it? We can try to identify, yeah, about the heat input from the torch itself, which is the acetylene is inside, and the outer, yeah, the outer is blue envelope, bright luminous inner cone. This is the name is carburizing is the right side. Uh, for the B oxidizing flame. So this is oxida, more oxygen here. So we can see the showing of the flame is like here, outer envelope, small and narrow. And this for neutral. Neutral is mean that the mixing between oxygen and acetylene is uh, 50-50, yeah, almost the same. The same, I mean, usually people use this using this condition because of what they need about the carburizing and oxidizing is almost the same, something like that. And this is the principle of the oxy-fuel gas welding operation. We can see here the mixture of gas, yeah, acetylene and oxygen. They mix in this area, and then the heating of the metal. Yeah. And after this, they got solidified of the weld metal, and then they join two of the metal, base metal and then the weld metal. Okay. Okay. So this is the neutral flame. The ratio acetylene and oxygen one uh, per one. Maybe the ratio is mean that the volume of the gas using by this welding is same. between the oxygen and acetylene. The second is about oxidizing flame, which is oxygen supply is higher than the acetylene gas. So this is usually they're using this for welding alloy, yeah, but it's not for stainless steel. Okay, and then the carburizing flame, this is the acetylene, is higher than oxygen. This is the Chi1. Okay, and this is the torch of the type of this welding you can see here, which is the both of the oxygen and the gas and the acetylene, and they mix and then they have flame here, and after that they can heating the metal. Okay, next is the pressurized gas welding process. We can see here, yeah, there is two kind of a mixture of the gas, acet C2H2, yeah, and O2 oxygen mixed in the middle of the two of metal here, and then they would hitting the surface. After that, it's withdrawn the torch and both two metal upsetting force, the right and the left, and then they connect join together by hitting here. So this is kind of the picture, the practices they using this just for connect to kind of the metal here. Okay, how about the uh, strength is deep it's about the process and method. It should be have the heating have to more than the recrystallization temperature have to higher more than recrystallization temperature. This has to be happen here. Okay, and then this is the gas tungsten arc welding. So the gas tungsten arc welding process, formerly known as TIG, thick tungsten inert gas welding. Okay, so the gas is tungsten. The name is tungsten. And equipment for gas tungsten arc welding operation we can see here. This is the inert gas supply. This is AC/DC welder. This is the source of the electricity. And then there's a cooling water for the cooling. This is the torch, the filler in the middle, the workpiece, and the foot pedals just for the on and off the instrument here. So because of there is the flame here and then heating, there's a heating here, and then the metal, both of the metal would be fusion. Yeah, fusion in head. Okay. And the power is around 8 to 1020 kilowatts. And we can use DC and EC for the current. Okay. The next is plasma or welding process. As we know that plasma is a hot gas, which is the ionizes. Electron and ion is the same. Uh, so we can see here some people people using plasma arc welding to for cutting, yeah, cutting some metal. Uh, so this is the method and the instrument here. There's a power supply, and then this is the tungsten electrode in the middle here, plasma, plasma, and shielding gas. Just for save the metal from the uh, I mean, some wine or maybe air, yeah, in which is could not enter to this location. So the temperature is about 33,000 degrees Celsius. So this is the picture. So the difference between A and B is the A is transferred, the B is non-transferred. In the name, deep and narrow field can be made by this process at high welding speeds. I mean, it mean here, uh, after the differences of the type of this position of the electrode would produce the characteristic of the welded metal. This means about the depth of the welding itself. Okay, deep and narrow. This is the P, deep and narrow. So for this is not deep, but it's wide for the result. Okay, this is what's it like? The shape of the welded metal. This is the shape of the welded. This is the deep. So it's deep here. Okay. So two kind of method for PAV. Yeah. Transfer out method and non-transfer. So this is uh, the power supply is plus, yeah, positive, and this is non-transfer. The power supply is negative here. So the difference between the the arc and the current is the current flow from the upper to the bottom or another from the bottom to the up here. This is non-transfer. So the differences of this could produce the different of type of the welded as well. Hmm. So this is a SMAW. This is a very general welding in the world. Almost 50% pengelasan welding in industry using this kind of uh, tool instrument because of this is cheap, yeah, cheaper than another welding. There's electrode here. There is a switch, power input from electricity, and then electrode and from earth clamp for clamp the material or specimen here. So the heating from the electricity. The power is from the electricity. Okay. This is SMAW, and there is a power source from the electricity. Is PLN or another source, and then this electrode holder, this electrode, and electrode will be fitted in the welding. So both two kind of the metal could be joined together. So if the base metal is thin enough, they can be layered, layered by layer, not only one time welding, but they can weld more than one time, maybe two, three, four, or more than four. Yeah, it depend on the thin of the material. So the polarity effect of SMAW. The polarity DC and AC indifferent. This is uh, the product of because of the electricity. Yeah, is like this. A is DC or straight polarity. So the metal would be welded metal would be deep, for the DC current is not deep, yeah, but it's wide enough. And then AC alternating current here is in the middle between the E and B, between a DC and DC plus and DC min. This is the most electricity, I mean SMAW welding is using by this AC current. So the next is effect polarity on SMAW. Okay, here, this one. And then this is for DC minus. Yes, just for well built white here. And this is for AZ. Okay. Next is submerged out welding. You can see here, this is the instrument of the welding. There is a power sources, voltage and current control here. And then there is a electrode wire reel here. And then this is the wire. Flux hopper here. There's a flux. They can give some flux of when welding. And wire feed motor just for make sure that the wire is come in this welding area. Electrode cable, electrode, there's electrode here. Contact tube, this is the contact tube just for safeties. I mean this wire, workpiece, workpiece is the metal, and wire backing just to make sure that all the flux could not be could not could be what is it, the limit from the flux can only in this area. And after the welding is happening, then all kind of this metal is heating, and then they mold, yeah, they melt together and join both two kind of this metal. So this is the solidified, yes, this is the base, the weld, and then this is the welding fire. This is the arch and the more metal. Okay. And then this is argon and helium gas, yeah, for welding. They're using solid wire as well. Conductors, shielding gas is the green one, yeah. And then this is a nozzle, shielding gas and arc in the base metal in the welding area. So this is the metal and molten here because of there is the heating from the gas, yeah, from the gas and burning, yeah, burning here. So this is the the instrument here. There is a power supply and controlling the gas, yeah, and the gas out and the wire. This is the gas, and this is on the specimen here. This is the basic equipment. Okay, almost the same. The difference about the gas, yeah. Flux core arc welding. So this is the schematic of the flux core arc welding process. This is similar to gas metal arc welding. Yes. So, this the differences about this is flux, yeah, flux core. They're using the filler metal as a flux core. Okay. And then electro glass welding. Uh, so the case method here is about the electro gas. Yeah, there's a gas here, and this is the accelerator. Yeah, just to make it what is it like heating. Yeah, this electrode circuit, and there is a welding wire here. From here, here, there's a gas here, yeah, and then there's a high electricity, yeah, electric here, then to heating the metal, and they fusion. The fusion is happening here, and there's a water because of after the weld, there should be cooling, yeah, cooling, and this is can makes a characteristic of the metal itself. So for the current is about 400 until 70 50 ampere. For the power is 20 kilowatts. The gas is CO2, argon, and helium. And the welding thick is about 12 until 75 millimeter. Yeah, for the welding. Hmm. Okay, and then electroslag welding. In here, they're using slag. Yeah, they're using slag. On the power is 30 kilowatts. The current is 800 ampere. For the width of the thick of the welding, the specimen is around 50 until 900 millimeters, and just only one pass welding system from the bottom to upper here. So this is the both of the two metal, and this is the slag to fill the gap between two metal here. So the heat from the power source is uh, connect to this to wire. This is the wire reel here, and then heating here, and then they mold here to weld here. Okay. This is the table of the mild state code electrode. So this when we try to find any kind of electrode in the uh, uh, I mean in usually in store on another electronic store, we can check the code just for to make sure about the strength of the welding after we weld. Yeah, and the position, there is a code here, and this is kind of the metal. Okay, and for electrode, yes, electrode, yeah. And the material is around silicate, binder, and powder material like oxide, carbon, fluoride, metal alloy, cellulose, and others. Just to make stable the heater, yeah, the heating. I mean, just to make a shape the welding metal, yeah, and the long of the electrode is around 150 until 460 millimeters, and the electrode diameter is 1.5 until 8 millimeters. And then is laser beam welding here. And we can, some people say is high the energy density because of the energy is for laser is higher. And then the instrument is expensive, yeah. So the laser would be hitting the metal, and the powder of the metal would be fill is in the gap, and then hitting by the laser, and then they can join both two of the metal here by laser, yes. Okay, and this is very effective, and for the result is very good, yeah, but it's expensive. So this is the comparison between two kind of weld bit. The A is laser beam, electron beam welding. The B is tungsten arc welding. Uh, so which is the good is depend on after the test ya, maybe tensile strength, bond bending strength, tensile test, and tensile test, bending test, or maybe another kind of test. Maybe in the right is the best, or maybe in the left is the best. This is an example of the laser welding or razor blade here. And then the flame cutting. So they cut the metal by using flame, this oxygen and oxyacetylene gas. And this is the torch. This is the slag iron after the welding. Yeah. And this is the workpiece. Also, this is the posture of the metal after the welding, after the cutting, yeah. Cross section here. Okay, that is kind of the fusion welding, and hopefully that this can improve uh, our manufacturing skill in process manufacturing one. And hopefully that next we can try to the last test, yeah, maybe after more one more class, yeah. Okay, thank you and have a good day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.